It's definitely a very interesting playoff race this season, and the chip is up for grabs for basically any team. I think we'll see a good amount of trades go down, as contenders will look to solidify their team and cover any glaring weaknesses before the playoffs start. So, let's go over 5 blockbuster trades that will help some of the NBA's top contenders. And for a quick side note, I am not doing every single NBA title contender in this video, but if you want to see a part 2 for other trades for other teams, be sure to subscribe and let me know down in the comments below. First up are the Houston Rockets, with the Thunder sending Nerlens Noel to the Rockets for Tyson Chandler and 2 future second round picks. The Rockets have a pretty weak center rotation, as behind Capella, they really don't have any reliable option. PJ Tucker can play the 5 in certain matchups, but against guys like Gobert, he's just going to be too small to contest shots. If Capella goes down or needs a breather, they definitely need a solid backup 5 to help fill in. Noel can be that guy, and his game is almost identical to Capella's. Noel is a rim running 5 who would thrive running the pick and roll with Harden and Westbrook, and he's also a very good rim protector as well. He's averaging almost 3 blocks per 36 minutes, and he along with Capella will help provide the Rockets with 48 minutes of stellar rim protection. Also, he has the size and athleticism to defend opposing traditional bigs, and he would provide great insurance if Capella gets injured. In this trade, the Rockets would not be giving up too much, as they would be trading away Chandler, who looks like he should retire already, and 2 second round picks, which isn't a large price to fill in a pretty significant need. On the other hand, the Thunder would do this trade if they hold the fire sale of all their vets, and they would be getting an expiring contract in Chandler and 2 picks in this trade. While the 2 second round picks may not be high picks, they could definitely be helpful in drafting a high potential project or be used as sweeteners in future deals as well. Next up, for one of my favorite deals in this video, I have the Pistons trading Derrick Rose to the Lakers for Quinn Cook, Jared Dudley, and 2 future second round picks. The Lakers' biggest weakness was exposed yesterday against the Bucks, as their bench scored a grand total of 4 points. That's really bad, and they need 2 things: a go-to bench scorer and a wing defender. To address one of those needs, they should make a trade for D Rose, who has looked awesome this season for the Pistons. He's averaging 16.6 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds, and 0.8 steals in only 24.4 minutes per game. That's a lot of production in limited minutes, and Rose has proven to provide a quick scoring punch and playmaking in an instant. He has the ability to create shots out of nothing, and that's what none of the other Lakers bench players have been able to do this season. Rondo is of course a passer, and he has trouble creating easy points for himself, and Kuzma has been really bad this season, being unable to efficiently create and hit shots as well. Rose will be a terrific addition for the Lakers, and while his defense may not be the best, the Lakers have other solid perimeter defenders that could guard the tougher assignment when D Rose is on the floor. The Pistons would do this trade if they finally go into full rebuilding mode, as their current team is likely not going to make the playoffs, let alone win a championship. It's time for them to rebuild, and getting some assets for Rose will be a smart move in this case. The Lakers can also throw in Talen Horton-Tucker if needed, but I do think 2 second round picks should be enough. Next up, for the Philadelphia 76ers, I have Zaire Smith and James Ennis III going to the Kings for Bogdan Bogdanovic. I really like this trade for both teams, as I think it's a win-win for both sides. For the Sixers, they need a go-to scorer and playmaker off the bench, and Bogdanovic can do just that. He would provide instant shooting and playmaking for the second unit, and he would help shore up a Sixers bench that struggles to score. He'll be a restricted free agent this upcoming offseason as well, so if he performs well and is key to the Sixers' potential championship, Philadelphia will have the option to re-sign him, even if it means going deep into the luxury tax. On the other hand, the Kings would do this deal if they know they aren't going to re-sign Bogdanovic this upcoming offseason. I think they're thinking maybe that he's going to be too expensive, and they already have Hield on a huge contract, and Fox is going to get one soon as well. They may not want to pay, say, a 4-year, $80 million contract for Bogdanovic, who would likely only see about 25 to 30 minutes per game and play out of position a lot at the 3, so it will be smart to trade him by the trade deadline for something instead of letting him walk for nothing. In this trade, the Kings will be getting a high potential prospect in Smith, and he has struggled to see minutes with the Sixers team, looking to win now. Smith has shown flashes of being a potentially really good guard or wing defender, and he could bring some energy off the Kings bench. He will be an interesting project for the Kings, and it will be a decent return for Bogdanovic. So before we get to our final two trades and some of my favorites, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. So if you didn't know already, SeatGeek is a ticket app that takes the confusion out of buying tickets, and using the app, you can see which ticket is a good deal which has a green dot, or a bad deal which has a red dot for any sporting event or concert. It's an easy to navigate app, and it's a must-have for anyone who's interested in attending an event. Use my discount code THETBALL to get $20 off your first purchase when you first sign up for an account, and I will leave a link to the site where you can sign up, or you can also download the app on your phone as well and use my code to get the discount there. So back to the video. Next up, I have the Denver Nuggets sending Paul Millsap, Malik Beasley, and a protected first round pick to the Pistons for Blake Griffin. This one is definitely a risk, no doubt about it, but it may pay off for the Nuggets if Griffin is healthy. Last season, Griffin was a borderline MVP candidate, averaging about 25 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. He struggled this season due to injuries, but he still has the talent to really help a championship level team. Griffin will provide a versatile scoring and playmaking option at the 4, and this is something the Nuggets need. Surprisingly, the Nuggets have actually been one of the top defensive teams this season, but they have been about average on offense, and Griffin should help give them a boost with scoring and playmaking in the front court. Also, while Griffin has been injury prone this season, Millsap has been too. It would definitely be a risk for Denver, but it may be one they have to take if their offense keeps struggling. The Pistons would do this trade if they want to rebuild, and they would be getting a big expiring contract in Millsap. Also, they would be getting a nice young player in Beasley, and I think he could potentially become a 20-point per game scorer given the opportunity and minutes. We'll see if a trade like this happens, but I do think there's a good chance Griffin will be traded if the Pistons continue to struggle. And for the final trade, I have the Thunder sending Dennis Schroeder to the Mavs for Courtney Lee, Justin Jackson, and a second round pick. I also like this trade for both sides, and we'll start off this time from the Mavs perspective. The Mavs could use another consistent point guard option to help create instant offense off the bench, and Schroeder could do just that. Brunson has looked good as a starter, but he struggled before Luka went out with an injury. Once Luka comes back and if Brunson starts to struggle again, it may be a good move to get Schroeder. He would be cheap to get, and he would provide the Mavs with one of the best 6-man in the league. He's averaging 17.5 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 3.6 assists in only 29.7 minutes per game off the bench this season, and he's been key in helping the Thunder stay respectable after losing Westbrook and George. He would play a similar role for Dallas, and he would provide them with a consistent distributor for the second unit as well. For the Thunder, they would be doing this deal to get an expiring contract in Courtney Lee, and also a nice young bench piece in Justin Jackson. They would also be getting a second round pick as well, which, while isn't anything amazing, it's still a pick that is another asset they could add to the ton of picks Presti has accumulated recently. This would be a fair deal for both sides, and Schroeder would help the Mavs offense next to Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. But either way, I still see Schroeder being traded at the trade deadline if the Thunder do decide to hold a fire sale of their vets for assets. So that's a wrap. Thank you all for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video and want to see more daily NBA content just like this, be sure to drop a like and subscribe, and also be sure to turn on post notifications so you can stay updated on my newest video will be coming out. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram and hit me up if you want to talk about basketball or business. Just drop a comment down below my photo or DM me, and I'll definitely try to get back to most of you guys there. Drop a comment down below on what trade you want to see by the trade deadline. It could be one from this video or one that you think of. Let me know as I do real comments. I'm definitely interested to see what you guys have to say here as well. So once again, thank you all for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys soon for the next video. Peace.